Hello everyone, this is Ozgolo, and this is the GPD Win 2, which is a UMPC, which is an ultra mobile PC. It's basically like a tiny laptop, but it's also a handheld gaming device. Today I will be showing off the game Starbound. Now, Starbound is not at all the pinnacle of what you can run on this. This is a fairly simple game. It's 2D pixel graphics. The reason I want to showcase this game is to showcase some of the adaptability you can do for it. So if you look closely at the screen here, you'll see it says Starbound powered by Frackin Universe. So not only am I running this game, but it is running on one of the largest mods for this. I currently have 3 mods installed for Starbound. The first is called Xbawx, which is just needed for when you start a new game to have the extra character slots for new races. Then there's Frackin Universe, which is a major one, which adds like 2 or 3 times as much content as the base game. It's huge. It overhauls practically everything. And then there's Frackin Music, which just adds more music to like all the new biomes. So right now I'm just going to showcase the this for you real quick. Show you how it runs. Hit start game. Already have a character here. I've not gotten real far into the game on this, but I just want to showcase how it runs. Currently on a planet here. I'm using the shoulder buttons like back here to we got the like R1, R2 and R3 buttons back here. Same on this. L1, L2, L3. Using the R1 and R2 buttons pretty much as a sorry, just trying to get the hang of where I'm at. Pretty much using those as a left and right click buttons, like for a mouse. And the L1, L2 is basically my scroll wheel up and down. Sorry, try to angle this up so you can get a better look at this while I'm actually holding it. There we go. So basically I'm playing Starbound completely using the controller mode. I had to map it through Steam, which I'll show that at the end of the video here. And the way I have it mapped is I've got let's select my weapons here. So I've got 2 weapons equipped, so if I hit R1 it shoots the right button, L1 shoots the left button. The face buttons I've mapped to the normal interface you need, like Y button turns you into the spheres form so you can roll around. You know, the X button is jump. The A button is interact, so like if I go up to say this bench, interact, it'll actually sit down. I go up to these people here and talk to them, and the B button is menu. Now here we've got like select and start is actually the escape, so that opens the game menu, but it also is useful for like backing out of a menu. And select is just quest journal. I've also got let's see here, also got these D-pad selected to be quick launch to the mining tool. So if I want to quickly mine something, like let's say these trees here, I can select that. Takes a bit because I haven't upgraded anything yet, so it's still kind of weak. And the left button is my scanner, so I can just scan all sorts of different things in the game using that. Let's beam out of here real quick. It's my ship. I haven't really upgraded it yet, but this runs pretty good. I don't have the overlay up right now, but it runs between like 40 and 60 FPS, so it's no problem with it. Everything loads fine, it runs fine. Let's see here, let's click on A button, go to missions, visit Science Outpost, and go. So I've got the left analog stick here is just basic movement, and you can easily use like the dash mechanics from your text by using that. Do that once I arrive. So like I can, there we go. Takes a little bit of getting used to with that, but it works really well. And the right stick is the mouse move, so kind of hard to see with the background here, but like if you look down here, I'm just moving that around and it moves around just fine. I had to play around with a lot to get the sensitivity right, so this is actually very low sensitivity, otherwise it just like jolts across the screen so fast and you can't accurately hit anything. So this is the Science Outpost from Frackin Universe. This is exclusively a mod only area. So let's see here, just kind of go through here and you can see how well it's running. It's very smooth, no issues or hiccups, and with the mouse sensitivity turned down real low, it's pretty easy to select things you need and like move them around and select different things on hotbars and so on. Grab this mace, put it here. Didn't mean to overwrite that, but I know it's a little difficult to see with this camera here, but so if I select those two weapons I just added, I got my mace and this. And you will have to use the right analog stick to move the mouse to aim like where your weapon goes, but it's actually fairly intuitive. Okay, just showing off this mod area, but let's go back up to the ship and I'll show you a new planet. So head on over here. Ship might look a bit different than the base game just because it's let's select this. What is this? Desert. Yeah, that'll work. So we're going to the desert. The ship looks a little different just because it's a Frackin Universe build a ship mod, so I can actually destroy parts of the ship and rebuild them. Like I wanted to destroy the floor here, I could do that. And let's open that up, go back to here. Wait, wrong one. Blocks. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I played this, but let's move this screen out of the way over to the side. So you see I can still easily build with it. It's got pretty decent controls for that, so let's beam down to this planet and we'll just kind of do a run around and maybe fight a few things, and I'll show you just how well it loads. See, it's still pretty fast. It's definitely not as speedy as like a full-on PC. Downside with Frackin Universe is it's got darkness, so like it's pretty dark right now. You can kind of see it though. Whoa, these things are tearing me up. Using up all my energy here just to shoot these creatures. Got a chest. Go take all. So see, the game runs pretty well and don't have any real issues. Whoa, big bird. It's not aggressive though, so should be alright. Uh-oh. Hate these things. I had to go into a rock form where they're pretty invulnerable. Uh-oh. I'm down a hole, so let's beam out before I die. And on this, let's beam to the outpost, because the outpost has a lot of NPCs in one area. Just want to show you that it's not just normal spots where it runs well. It runs well even in places where there's lots of NPCs and a lot of stuff going on. I haven't actually built any colonies yet, but see, like, there's tons of people wandering around here and just going about their daily business. So now, real quick, I'm just going to show you some of the settings here. Go to options. It's pretty much very basic. I haven't really changed hardly anything here. Go to graphics, running at 1280 by 720, full screen. And when I first did this, it didn't even give me a 1280 by 720. It was like 960 by 720, but this is the default resolution, is 1280 by 720, so it runs fine. I changed zoom level up to 3x. That's not needed. Like, if I go back to 2x and apply, go back, like, see, it still runs fine at that. The reason I did the zoom level was more to give better precision with interacting with things, because at this level it's really hard to click on things using just the analog stick. So we'll go back into that, options, graphics, and change the zoom level back to 3. And that's pretty much all I've done as far as settings in here, is just change those. So real quick, let's escape out of here. I'll quit the game real quick and I'll show you what my controller settings are. And when you get out, you may want to switch to mouse mode, but I'm still in Steam Big Picture, so I'll just show you through this. So go to Manage Game and Controller Configuration at the top. Now let's see if I can get a better zoom on this. It's not wanting to focus very well, but zoom back out, that might work better. So it's a little hard to see, but basically you just use this to set what you want for it, and Steam Big Picture mode is all your work. So that's just showing that you can run Starbound really well on the GPD Win 2. So you can play Starbound modded on a handheld. And if you ever want more precision in what the gamepad controls offer, you can always get something simple like a USB mouse like this. Just plug it in the back and works really well with it. So thanks for watching.